Welcome to another video. Today's video, I guess, is about describing what the idea of the channel is. Once again, I had to redefine, I think, the summary of what the channel is about. I met a individual in a bus station yesterday, and we got talking about various things, and we started talking about the YouTube channel, Royle Observations, and he wanted to know what it was about. And I guess in my head, I was thinking I didn't really have a clear idea what the channel is going to be about long term. So this video is basically just summarizing and kind of putting the channel pillars available for you to see, for you to understand. So there's three pillars for the channel. The first one is success, the second one is health, and the third one is mindset. So in my opinion, an individual can be fairly content if you manage to reach a satisfying level in any of those three. So, you know, if someone is successful in life, they're going to be quite happy. If someone is quite healthy, they should be quite happy. And if someone has the best mindset, they should be happy as well. But I feel if you have all three together, you'll experience much more benefits. Because a successful person, you know, they could become sad or depressed as well over time if they didn't have the right mindset. A healthy person who isn't successful can't really enjoy life to the fullest. They can't do all the things they might want to do. And a person who has poor health and isn't successful but has a great mindset, again, because of their poor health specifically, they're missing out on a lot of the benefits long term. So I've watched an awful lot of YouTube channels the last year and a half while I was researching for this channel before I started it, and none of them really seem to hit all three levels together. So that's kind of the unique feature of this channel, in my opinion. The thing that makes it stand out from other channels is that we have mindset combined with health and success. We need success in our lives, I think, so we have something to drive towards, to be motivated for, to be progressing. Again, it's a bit like the constant progression theory, one of my earlier videos. You want to be constantly progressing over time, constantly getting better, constantly driving towards success, whatever that is in your life, as long as it doesn't take over and become the most important thing for the entirety of your life. And maybe it should be important for a couple of years until you reach a certain level. I had a note here: what should success look like at the very beginning? For young men, for example, I think it should be reaching a level where you can ensure security for yourself. So that means having a place to stay, being able to afford food, being able to afford access to services like healthcare. That would be a certain level of success. It would probably be the base rate, in my opinion. Then there would be higher levels like owning multiple properties, being able to travel wherever you want, having enough money to not worry about things into the future. That would be a higher level. And I guess people should probably strive for that. I don't see why they shouldn't. If they have the right mindset, they shouldn't have a problem even when they reach that level to be able to deal with all the ins and outs, all the ups and downs that brings. Definitely, I think that kind of a success rate is something that gives us motivation in our lives. It gives us something to look up to and to aspire to, essentially. So I think it's very important to be focused on success, especially when you're young. Simply because it gives you a real drive in life. Now the next point is health. Now we are all born with healthy bodies. Most of us are anyway, born with quite healthy bodies, and really it's, I guess, through diet and lack of exercise that the average person in America, as previously explained in the video, is becoming obese and overweight. But we are born with a healthy body, so really it's all about maintaining our health. At the very least, about maintaining our health, keeping our body fat percentage low, keeping our organs healthy, keeping our skin healthy, everything that you can imagine. And then, of course, there's an extra level, which I guess will be becoming muscular, becoming strong. And I think everybody should strive for that as well. But, you know, that's the higher level again. So the base rate is maintaining your health, becoming a fit, healthy person. And then the higher level will be being fit, being strong. And then we have mindset. And mindset, I think, it's really hard to place what's the most important. Is success the most important, or health, or mindset? Probably mindset is the most important, because without mindset, everything else really isn't worth an awful lot, in my opinion. You could be super healthy and super rich and you could still be depressed. So mindset definitely is the most important thing. I remember I watched the video. It was actually on TV. It was a TV program, and it was a farmer swap exchange kind of program. So a farmer from Kenya was swapping with a farmer from England. Basically, they had to move house, go to each other's farms in the respective countries. And the farmer from Kenya was just so grateful for every little piece of, I guess you'd call them inventions or innovations that were available on the farm in England. He was just so amazed and so grateful, and everything was fantastic. and he was just happy for the smallest of little things, like, yeah, even just having a concrete pavement to walk on in the cities and towns was just mind blowing to him. Whereas the farmer from Kenya, it wasn't that he was ungrateful, but certainly the farmer from England, once he travelled to Kenya, it wasn't that he was ungrateful. It was more that he was able to realize that his eyes were now open to how, perhaps for granted, he took basic privileges that we have in the West, have in developed countries. And when he was in Kenya, he saw just how hard lives are for other people, and that really his life is like a king. And again, that's the premise of the book, The Royle Mindset, which hopefully will be finished soon. I've got about a third of it left to write, but I'm hoping to have it finished by the end of August, start of September. So looking forward to sending that out to you guys. Anyway, that's me going off point. So that's mindset, basically. Even if you think there's plenty of people who may be healthy, who may be rich, but are unhappy. So really, you need to be able to combine mindset with health and success. And that's really the core idea of the channel, the core idea of the book, the core idea of what I'm trying to do with Royle Observations. It's just to help other people, but even help myself to understand exactly what it is in life that is valuable. What should we strive for? What should we focus our time on? What's good for us in every sense? And I think it's a really valuable mission. It's a really interesting idea to be chasing. I'm hoping to do, as I said before, a lot more videos for the next year, hoping to really learn a lot. As I said before as well, I'm just happy to become better at public speaking, but along the way I'm really looking forward to the things I'll be researching, the things I'll be looking at, the people I'll be talking to. I'm hoping to do a few podcasts in the future. That's all a while away yet, but it would be amazing to meet some interesting people and see what their thoughts are on certain topics. And already the channel has done a lot for me. Like, the amount, even just doing the channel gives me a reason to ask people questions that I wouldn't normally ask, because it's all research for me. And the conversations I've had with individuals up and down the country really has opened my mind in so many ways. Just by having the channel started has given me a reason to push on with these things, to research these things, to learn. And it's really given me an extra purpose. Obviously I've got a few other things going on in life with college and whatnot, but this is just something extra that I find it's just really fulfilling, I suppose you'd say. The other thing I wanted to mention, I suppose, is that I'm going to have to see with the YouTube content if I could try and develop a better structure. I was listening back to some of my other videos, and I know it's early days, and I don't want to be too hard on myself because I'm still getting better at speaking publicly or to a camera. But some of the videos were a little bit, they weren't exactly to the point, and I'd like to become a bit more clear with the way I speak, a bit more effective, a bit more assertive, and I'm sure I will. As I said before, I've seen many YouTubers start off like me. They're a little bit all over the place when they speak, but 1 or 2 years later, and they're really great speakers, really assertive, really able to get their points across in an accurate and understandable way. And that's basically what I want to do. Is what I'm hoping to. It's what I'm aspiring to reach. That level. And along the way, of course, to help people to open up their minds to certain topics. I had started a TikTok account a couple of weeks ago, and I had uploaded a few short cuts of my other videos, and one of them was on alcohol consumption and the statistics that are coming out about how alcohol is just poor for your health long term. And already I got a really motivating comment back from someone who said that they found that useful, so that's already been very motivating for me to see that someone out there has gained some motivation or benefit from the channel. So at the end of the day, the channel is, as much as it is for me to get better at public speaking, it's also to build a community and to share knowledge that I think is worth sharing, especially on health, mindset and success. I would think now my expertise hopefully will become more and more towards mindset, because that's the one thing I don't see a lot of on YouTube. There's a lot of people talking about health, a lot of people talking about success, and I think mindset really is I won't say niche, but something I haven't seen too much about. And mindset, it's a bit difficult to explain. Like, I have a few chapters in the book where I'm thinking, this makes a lot of sense to me because I know how I make use of this, but am I explaining it adequately in the book? And maybe I am at times, but I am trying my best, and I do think the more I speak on these topics and the more I research, the better I'll become at communicating those ideas in my head. So all in all, I hope that gives you kind of an idea of where the channel's going to go. Kind of if you take away one thing from the video, basically the channel's about success, health and mindset. And mindset being, the emphasis of the channel. So yeah, with that in mind, I'm going to go back to writing a bit more in the book. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.